Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to this is Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue with the second set in semi-final number 2 of ASL Season 20. We're going to be having the map Dominator, and it is going to be Soma versus Bisu. So far, Soma is showing to us precision. What is that drone doing? Did you guys see that? That drone kind of went to the wrong location, right? Anyways, what is up with that? But I think Soma is the king of mineral boosting. I have no idea what that is. Sounds like a drug thing that you do, but yeah. So Soma has shown to us that he can actually go for some timing attack and very simple, simply executed move was what he did against Bisu in the previous game. So let's see if there's gonna be a chance for him to pull the same thing here. This is gonna be the second step. Dominator. Bisu located at the 3 o'clock position, and Soma located at the 7 o'clock position. Here once again are the map stats. So as you can see, Dominator is a 45.7% win rate. This map is not very good at all for Bisu. So let's see if he's prepared something. This map was picked by Soma. So let's see if he's prepared something. As you can see, Bisu going for the early scout. He doesn't find the opponent at the 11 o'clock position. He'll come back. If he goes for something like a 12 nexus, now he's dead. Because you can see the spawning pool is up already. I think this is overpool. I think Jury Sensei, I think you've been showing to all of us that, you know, overpool is the more dominant build. Tier 9 pool is not something that people would like to often do. And what is this pro thinking of doing? It needs to be going for Forge or Gateway because, yeah, it's going to be going for Forge. This is interesting. Bisu has opted to go for Forge. I thought he's a Gateway man. But I guess he decided to go for Forge. And Soma would not have a chance to put this down. Bisu takes a hit first, though. So we need to actually put down a pylon. Otherwise, he will actually try to... Okay, looks like he thinks that... I think he can get away with it because this is the right timing for the hatchery to go down. So if... Okay, he's going to put a pylon. This pylon is actually not necessary at this point. Definitely not necessary. But Bisu will have enough cannon, enough money, excuse me, to go for cannon anyways. And there's going to be 4 Zerles coming out from this other side of the map. So that's very good. Let me take this chance to actually send you some information that will be, I think, relevant. So first of all, I'm going to show you... Oh, excuse me, that is the wrong photo. I'll just quickly show you the information from the various contestants. So first of all, let's take a look at Soma's information. But before that, let us entertain the possibility of a Zerling bust here. It looks very tricky. We do have 4 Zerlings come out, but Bisu has already made... you know, 1 cannon. I think a gateway as well is going to be very much enough to cover. So this is Soma's face. And do I have his player card? I will just quickly show that to you. Do you like this player card thingies? If you do, leave me a comment to know that I'm doing the right thing. So Park Sang-hyun is his name. He is also known as Japje or SM. I mean, SM is very much self-explanatory. Japje is a bit harder. I think one of you guys have told me about this Japje. I think it might have been Jury Sensei once again. I mean, all of you guys have been great teachers. You've been teaching Namkraft the amazing things. I don't have money to give you coffee, but I can make you some drawings. I guess I've made some of those drawings already. Soma has been in 9 ASLs, not counting Vant, and his latest best is 2nd of ASL Season 20. He's not a Casper period person. He is, you know, his day has started after the Casper period was over. And nowadays he's got a decent amount of followers on both Africa TV and YouTube channels. His Elo scores last year were a bit worse, but this year has been amazing. This year is consistently in the top 10. Let me remind you that you need around 1300 to be consistently placed in the top 10. And you need about 1200 to be consistently played in the top 20. Anyways, that was his information, and this is Bisu. And I'll just let you take a look at that because, of course, Bisu's information is pretty much everyone's favorite, right? Everyone loves Kim Tae-young. Kim Tae-young, excuse me, not Kim Tae-young. He's known as Taekshin. I don't even know what Taekshin means. Do you guys know what Taekshin means? If you do know, please let me know in the comments what is the meaning of Taekshin because I don't know it. And what is the name of... I think I know the meaning of Japje. Japje means old, like fake Jaedong. Oh my god! Oh, a glitch! That was so unfortunate for me. So we could have taken a nice hit there on one of those drones. But now he's going to be forced to sit on the backside here. This would take a huge dent in Bisu's ambition. He was about to get a huge lead if he actually was able to get that drone sniped. But now things are going to be coming out a little bit on this other map. Hold on, guys. I could not put that photo away because now my computer is kind of frozen. Hold on. Alright, I think now it should work. I had to adjust some information there. So this is Bisu's portrait, if you care about that at all. Alright, let's go back to this game. What can we say about the spawning position? I mean, it's always been very fun to enjoy, you know, guesses on Dominator as to who will actually go for what build because of the spawning location. As you can see, with this spawning position, drop technology will favor Bisu, and that Zealot has taken a second too long. He will get a drone though. Soma has not reacted accordingly. Is there a weak drone from the previous engagement in here? And it doesn't seem like it's there. I think Bisu can pull his Zealot a little bit back. No, there's a bit more space. I don't know. But there is the Spire. It will complete on time. The Corsairs will find the Overlord. Does he attack the Overlord on the way out? He has seen it. He will... Oh, he will try to attack the Hang. We need to send the second Corsair out right away. By the way, with this spawning position and the way that the hatcheries have been planted out, Bisu will have time to escape. As you can see, the third base is actually back here. So the Scourges cannot be made from here. The Scourges has been made from the... Okay, looks like the Scourges are going towards the wrong location. They need to actually be moved towards the courses. What is he possibly doing? Anyways, double Hydra then. As you can see, Soma is being Soma again. Soma is showing to us that why he's, you know, one of the best players ever. Because he's just so freaking goddamn insane. But looks like the Corsairs will be able to live. The Zealots need to apply enough pressure, man. There are some issues. It looks like only one. Only one, and Bisu, is he turning around? Is he turning around? Okay, a lot of cannons are being made, but this is a fake. Bisu is not taking the bait, but now Bisu has seen 3 mutas. He has seen 3 mutalists, guys. And he's gonna send his Zealot back. He might lose 1 or 2 Zealot, and behind this, Bisu has made 2 cannons in the main, but he needs to make more on the top side. 1 Zealot just trying to buy time. And Bisu will be the hold here, but I don't know. A lot of Hydras are coming out. Of course, behind this, the economy is very, very bad for Soma, but this is what Zerg players can actually do. There's a cannon here. This cannon will actually be able to support the front a slight bit, but not much. Not much. The force might fall here. The Corsairs are waiting for the mutual type in. Looks like, what is this? Looks like Soma do go for Mutalists and Scourges and Hydras at the same time. This is a weird build. I guess he does want to actually confirm that Bisu has made some cannons in the main, and there's going to be additional units. It looks like Soma has revealed his Mutus way too early there, and now Bisu's going to back up. But looks like there are some Hydras, and Bisu knows. He's got his Zelle with legs, so I don't know about this build. He needs to make more cannons, and there are some additional cannons. And of course, they need to stay at the front side, not on the back side. They need to stay where the Zealots are and actually hold position on the cannon so that the Hydras cannot attack it. And the cannons need to go up right down. The forge has the gateway is about to destroy. The Zealots are going to try to come forward here, and they will try to attack. And by some time, the Zealots actually doing good damage because they have been leg upgrade. And looks like there's a small dance between the players. It looks like Bisu is about to hold. He's about to hold. He loses the last of the Zealot. He needs to pull the prop now. The Mutants are almost damaged and destroyed. The cannons will come up though. How many Hydras are coming across the map? A lot of Hydras. The cannons have completed. Bisu needs to send the probes to the front door. Right, it's got 2 Zealot. 2 Zealot. Will it be enough? Would 2 Zealot be enough? That is going to be the question here. A lot of units are streaming across the map, and Bisu is keeping his Corsairs back. Why? He needs to keep it on the front door. He's trying to find for those units. He's going to have to go and hide now. And looks like there's enough Hydras to bust now. 4 cannons. The 5th one is joining. Bisu have enough time. Another Hydras will attack. Where are the Corsairs? Where are the Corsairs? Bisu will pull one of the props. The props need to be here. One of the cannons. What is Bisu doing? He needs to have the props right there. The Corsairs are in the wrong location. But he will try to buy sometime. 1 cannons have not yet fallen. 2 cannons. 2 cannons are down. The props are doing good damage. The Corsairs are doing great attacking just to buy time. And Bisu need to back his Corsairs up. He can actually afford to lose his Corsairs because there could still be attack coming from the air later. But anyways, looks like one of the Corsairs is getting targeted upon, and Bisu is not putting that one back. He's losing it very fast, but the cannon is actually covering very nicely. Bisu tries to kill as many overlords as possible, and that forge, how the hell does Soma have so much? He's got Hydras, Mutas, he's got overlord with speed, he's got everything. A Dark Templar come out, but Dark Templar cannot be applied at this point because there are way too many overlords. There are way too many overlords, but the Dark Templar is going to work. Only 1 cannons remain. That cannons is the lifeline of Bisu here. The cannon has been... Okay, we still have 3 cannons. Bisu can need to pick another cannon soon. He's got a Zealot. He's got to put more cannons. He's got 304. He's got 400 minerals, but he's not putting down cannons fast enough. He's waiting for the other. Well, keep in mind, he's got a spare cannon from the backside. Okay, looks like the Forge has double upgrade, which is nice. Bisu need to actually make more forces. Keep in mind that Bisu still have a few courses just hiding on the backside, not being used right now. The Zealots are doing good damage. Probes have to do the maximum control as possible. There is still one more cannon to the backside. The last of the Zealots have died. The courses are kind of finally coming up, and the courses need to actually make themselves available. They need to try to save themselves. Don't die. The courses need to be alive as much as possible. He gets one of the Overlord destroyed, and Soma's supply block. Soma's supply block. That's one more Zealot. Bisu need to pull more probes from the main. One more cannons will fall. The cannons get sniped, but the Zealot is buying a lot of time. The courses are trying to pull back. Bisu's got 2 courses on hold position. He loses one last course. I need to save this last one. He needs to decide can the Hydras actually dive in the main. That is question. He can actually dive in the main or not. Looks like Bisu has just enough to hold, and he keep on reinforcing. He's not sending additional probes from the main. He's got a lot of probe saturation in the main. Behind this, Soma has got, what is his economy? His economy is actually not bad. I don't think he's got a bad economy at all, Soma. But anyways, that's going to be 4 Zealot, and they have nice upgrades. I think Bisu is going to start, yeah, there it is. There are the additional probes. You can see them. I think Bisu can start to make more cannons, because you can see his money is not so good. Would it be a switch to mutas? Can there be a switch to mutas? As Force is getting remade. Okay, as you can see, Bisu can actually not even make more cannons. He's just buying time with Zealot. He's got enough Zealot. He need to react. And remember that one game where the the reaction time for Snow against Soki was so bad. It was so bad that was basically pathetic. And that was the reason that Snow has lost one of his ASL previously. Compared to okay, there are the Mutas, and of course I need to return now. There are some high temperatures. Keep in mind that there are 2 cannons in the main. So actually, I think Bisu is fine for the time being, but he need to actually get his forge up, and there it is, and there's additional units, and Bisu is making more cannons. Why? I mean, two cannons is just enough. I mean, I think the danger is from the front attack, not from the main. I don't think there's going to be any danger from the main, but there might be, because Soma thinks he can actually bust the main. He comes in, he's waiting to come in. There's one item is waiting. He actually doesn't have enough energy yet, only 53. That cannon is about to complete, and I think the Corsair, keep in mind that Bisu's Corsair is still hanging out here. We have an Archon getting Morphonaut. He's gonna have to morph an Archon right now. One of the Scourges will attack. He get one of the Corsairs, and there's gonna be some Archon morphing. He need to morph the Archon right now. He's waiting to morph. He's not morphing. He wants to use energy. He will cast the Storm. That Storm was not so bad, but actually damaged some of the Mutas, which is nice. Those 2 Hydranters need to actually cast themselves into an Archon. He's not doing it. Where's the Corsair? The Corsair is returning. There's the Corsair. There's the double Corsairs. The Archon actually go to work here. There's going to be some nice attack. One of the Corsairs is going to get targeted upon. The probes are dying very, very fast. But good storm. Good storm that actually doesn't hit the probe line. But Bisu's going to have to pull back now and use some of the Dragoons to support. And he's going to try to do that just right. The problem with Soma is that he allowed Bisu to keep 2 of his high templars alive on the back lines there. And those high templars could be critical in the upcoming battles. So it looks like there's going to be some Scourges coming in, and there's going to be some nice attack by the Scourges, but those Scourges were sniped, and Bisu's got 3 Corsairs. I think the main is completely secure. He loses. No, he doesn't lose another Corsair. The Corsair is damaged, but not yet fully destroyed. Behind this, Soma is trying to rebuild his Hydras, but I think Bisu is starting to grow up a little bit here. The economy from Soma is terrible, actually. But Bisu's probe line is terrible as well. So both the players are playing with very few workers. But who do you think would win here? Look at the Hydras. Okay, the Hydras actually is fine. I mean, these many Hydras is not a problem for Bisu, especially when he's got that +1 weapons and +1 armor, and he's going to be going up to +2 weapons now. Once +2 weapons is up, it's going to be impossible. Looks like Morphos is going to try to come back, but the Corsairs are staying back. You need to stop position. The Dragoons are there. There's going to be a storm. One more Mutas has been sniped, so Bisu is about to hold, but can he transition into Robo? Keep in mind that we still have a Lurker threat. Right, I think Soma has forgotten that possibly they can actually switch it to Lurkers, because Lurkers are easy. I mean, he's already got a Hydra Dan. He's got a lot of Hydras. Just make some Lurkers, and he's gonna be just basically GG, right? Because Bisu cannot move out. He cannot attack any of the bases. But Bisu's ground army is looking very strong, and he's gonna move across the map. I would take this chance to expand as well, Bisu. Yeah, Bisu also need to make a few more probes. As you can see, upgrade for Soma is terrible. It's pathetic, but he's got his Mutas. His Mutas will be his lifeline, and Bisu need to make sure his Dragoons cover for those high templars. More attacks are going to come across the map here. I mean, very lucky that Soma decided not to take this base. He decided to take the base at the 1030 position, and it looks like the Corsair's count is around 4 now. It's very sizable from Bisu. He's got 1 chance to attack. He's got +2 armor. He's got +0 weapons. Very interesting. Anyways, it's got some nice attack, and the Archon has killed most of the Scourges, and Bisu has plowed forward. One Corsair died, but that's fine. A great storm. There might be a few more storms, but the Corsairs are going to try to go to war. The Corsairs are actually not attacking some of the mutalists, but now they attack, and there are still 3 Hydralisks remaining. The Hydralisks are trying to come around, and the Corsairs need to save themselves from the mutalists. The attack has commenced. There's a few Sunkas. Bisu's going to plow forward. Great storm, but a lot of the Zealots have been exhausted. Bisu's going to back up. Bisu's going to back up. He needs to engage now. There's going to be some chance to go for counterattack. Bisu's turn one of the side is going to try to attack this other side. He's seen it. Wait 2 seconds. He actually casts a storm. The Corsair is going to try to walk, and the last of the mutants will fall, I think. I think all of the mutants will fall now. They have all died. Bisu storm his own Zealot needlessly, but he's holding his highest ground, and the rest of his forces is basically just Zealot. But keep in mind that he's got +2 armor, which is very strong. Bisu is trying to retreat. He says, you know what, I cannot engage head-on, I will retreat. Can he find a hidden base? If he can find one of, Soma's hidden bases now, is going to be great, but because it's going to get cut off from the backside here. He's trying to regroup with the rest of the forces. This is a smart move. He will lose 1 or 2 dragoons in the process, but that's fine. As you can see, he's not making any probes. He is not making additional probes. He's just playing with whatever he's got there. And he's making more gateways. Wow, Bisu's almost like an all-in here because Soma has got very nice, economy behind this. His Hydra's count is actually not bad. And Bisu, of course, with his Corsairs is doing good. I don't see Robo. And of course Soma might be investing into Lurker's technology. I'm not so sure, but now Soma can make his units, and Bisu has forgotten that there could be a hidden base. I mean, why does he not know this? Why does he not know that Zerg often like to take a 4th base around this time? And it's basic Starcraft common sense. As you can see, if you look at the minimap, Soma has got green everywhere. He's got a control of exactly where it's happening. And it's going to be a nice attack. That Archon is really damaged. It's a good storm. Not a bad storm. The second storm is quite nice. And those mutants are largely dead. There is only 1 Corsair remaining. And there's about 3 high tablets remaining. How many storms can he cast? About 4 tablets. Got a dark tablet with him. There's an Overlord though. He could cast a few storms. Zealots are coming across the map. But he needs to actually let the storm take the damage. Pull the Zealot back. He pulls 1 good storm. He takes another great storm. And Soma's returned most of the forces. Great storm. And it's going to be some morphing. Great storms, but it's not hitting most of the units here. The Hydra is actually cast 1 more storm. He's not casting. 1 Hydra has enough energy. That one right there. This one right here that's got snipe already, but Bisu's running out of forces, and now he's trying to come back, and he's got some high ground advantage. The Hydra is actually morph into an Archon, but great target fire from the Hydras. I think this is GG. If Bisu was able to actually scout the hidden base, it would have been a different story. But why would he not suspect that there's a hidden base? I mean, this is basic knowledge. The Zerg thrives on those hatcheries, and hatcheries are so cheap to make. They are so easy to maintain. 1 Zealot would do it, 1 Dark Templar. Even he had a Dark Templar mixed in with the group. Why keep the Dark Templar there, where you can actually use the Dark Templar to go for some attacks? And now Soma has got 4 gases. He can just spam making mutas. So second set will go to Soma. Nicely done. Of course, Bisu can improve his gameplay a little bit, but we still have a few more games ahead of us. I hope it's not going to be a 4-0. That would be very sad if we actually have 4-0. Does Bisu still keep his Corsairs? Do I see Corsairs? I don't think I see Corsairs. And Soma, I think he just need to stop making Hydras. Just make mutas. The only thing that will win the battles now for him will be Mutualists. And there he is. There it is. We have about 2 mutas remaining. Bisu will go for a major final attack. I mean, this is only chance. But I wouldn't count on it because he has to cross so many hills. And he's going to be on the low ground. He's got a few storms. And as you can see, the Mutas come back in only 5 Dragoons. There are only 5 Dragoons. He's storming his own High Templars. But he could cast... Oh, he loses 2 High Templars already. He's got 3 more. He's got 4 more. The battle can still raid on him. As you can see, Bisu's forces... He's making some Archons. As you can see, if he can actually snipe a hatchery, it would be great. Why doesn't he just not change the angle? He must know that there's a hidden hatchery. Even if he, loses the battle, but he's able to snipe a hatchery, it will be a lot different because 3 base Zerg is not so good. The Mutants are coming from the backside, and those High Templars are going to exhaust themselves here. There's an Archon not being used. The Archon is trying to go to work. The Zealots are surrounding the Hydras. Oh my god, Bisu might have just enough here. He has surrounded several units, and the double Archons are doing great attack. All of those Hydras get trapped. Bisu could actually cast a great storm. He's waiting to cast it. He casts 1 good storm. The Hydras are pulling back nicely. There's the snipe, but there could be another storm. Bisu storms. The Hydras are pulling around. There's another storm coming. There's another storm expected. Oh my god, is Bisu doing the impossible? This is worse than the game between Bisu and Lava. The Dragoons need to move forward. Is there enough forces or not? There's reinforcement coming from the backside. The Archon is going to work, and the Hydra is actually not targeting the Archon at all. The Archon is taking a lot of... they're doing some nice damage. That Archon is getting target upon the Archon. Take a few shots on the Mutas. The Mutas are almost dead, but still not destroyed. Bisu need to hold this bridge. Pull the Dragoons out so they actually hold this bridge. He pulls the weak Archon back. He's got a strong Archon. The strong Archon gets sniped. The Hatchery is about to get strong. Do we have another nexus from Bisu? Keep in mind that Bisu doesn't have another expansion, so he actually can kill one of the hatchery, but it's not the end of the game for Soma because Bisu is about to get mine out. But Bisu's coming around with a lot of storm units. He loses a Hydra, he might lose a few more. We do have some mutalists running around. There they are. They are the mutas. We are not seeing the storm. Bisu is not storming. He needs to storm. He cannot save those. He's going to try to mob them into an Archon so just to buy some time. Maybe Bisu's ground. He's going to come across the map. He's going to cast another storm. This is going to be major battles. Are you freaking goddamn insane? Hu Yong-mu. Freaking goddamn Jangbi channeling into Takshin today. His zealots are very strong. 3 Sunkens. You need to wait for the support of Dragoons to not engage. Okay, he pulls across. He might have just enough. That Archon is doing so much damage. The goddamn Archon is blocking by the drone, but in the last minute, they're just way too many Zealot. Dragoons are falling faster. Reinforcement coming from the backside. Bisu has cleared almost out of the circle. He needs to send some Zealot in the main. This Archon from the top side is covering. He's got high ground advantage compared to the Hydras, and Bisu has done it. Bisu done a Soma supply 47, Bisu 90. I have underestimated the power of the Protoss Prince Legiment and buy me coffee because during this entire time you didn't have to watch any ads. Bisu is about to get mine out. What about Soma? Is he mine out? Soma is not mine out. Soma is about to get mine out, but he's going to be losing a lot of stuff. He's going to be losing his Spire. Another storm here just to damage the Hydras, but the Zealots will take care of them. And he needs to get the Spire gone. Once the Spire is gone, could there be lurkers? Can there be lurkers? I don't know. The question is, what about lurkers, right? Beast is going to destroy the spawning pool. Need to focus attention on that Mutas, though. That Mutas is going to be a big problem. He's getting those units destroyed. He's going to try to hold this area. Hydras will try to come out. Bisu need to retreat all of the forces. Bisu about to mine out. Bisu is about to try and out. What is going to be Soma's plan? Soma is running out of stuff here. Bisu need to forget about the hatcheries. Just send one of the Zealot back. Keep one of the Zealot only. And this game has come down to the wire. What is Soma's plan? Making only Mutas is the way to play here. And now I guess as for Bisu, just keep his cool, calm, collected. We have 7 mutas. This is a lot of mutas, guys. But there could be an Archon doing some good work. There's got plus 1 opens on the Archon. He's seen the mutas. He's trying to engage with his side. The probes need to go to work on the mineral side. Forget about attacking. What are the probes doing? I don't even know. Bisu is spreading his forces into. He's trying to cut up reinforcement. This is not a bad idea. Actually, this move will buy time. This move's primary goal is to buy time to drive Soma back. He doesn't want to engage near his expansion. He wants to engage out here. He's trying to surround the Hydras and the mutas from both sides. This is the moment of glory. This game will get a 4-star for me because it's so insanely impossible what Bisu has done. I could not believe it. Takshin, I've underestimated your power. The probes were kind of sleeping for a while, but now have woken up from their slumber and they know their job is to actually milk the cows to provide the additional mana, the additional essence for the Protoss army. There's gonna be some nice attack. There's gonna be a nice storms. And he's storming his own probe. Don't pull a shadow. Don't pull a shadow. I guess Soma trying to get as many probes as possible. There are only about 4 probes remaining, which is kind of low. The Dragoons need to be here. The Dragoons actually not here. The probes need to pull back because those mutas can actually still get the probes destroyed. There's 6 mutas remaining. The Archon cannot reach them. And the probes are all bunched up together. There could be another dive in soon. The probes, what are they doing? Another great storm, only 5 mutas remaining. What is Soma's plan? Does Soma have money to go for another base? And the mutas are about to get exhausted. They are very, very much close to exhaustion here. There's some Archons in the main. And that Archon is not going to work. Great storm, only 2 mutas remaining. We're going to be seeing GG getting caught. We have another small group of forces in the middle of the map, but it cannot do anything against this many Zealot. These many Zealot, I mean, even if there's no storm, it's fine. This doesn't need any storms. I mean, if Soma's got lurkers this entire time, the game would be in a different light, but he did not have lurkers. And now Soma is running out of minerals. Bisu running out of minerals. I guess Bisu will have fresh minerals if he actually can make a few more probes. But Soma has decided to attack on his high ground. But Bisu's got so many high temp. As you know, high temp cost nothing. High templars are so cheap. They are like the drugged version of Scourges. They are like the actually useful Scourge version, right? Scourge is actually quite useless if you know. But high templars is actually as cheap as Scourges and actually useful. Soma will GG. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this class, you to buy me a big heartful Mac, goddamn KFC, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Sprite. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.